All right, today we are going to be showcasing Angel, and as you can see, she is my second strongest character. I am finally level 48, so I have what I believe to be all the content in the game unlocked because Oration Sace opens up at level 48. So today, I'm going to be showcasing Angel in hopefully both PvP and PvE for you guys. So let's talk about what she can do really quickly. So Angel is at 402,000 total battle power or combat power, whatever you want to say for that. BP, CP, whatever. It doesn't matter either way. It's same thing, right? Battle power, combat power, that's what she's at overall, which is pretty decent. Second only to my Jalal, who's at 446,000. Ideally, I want to try to get all my characters to around 500,000. Of course, that takes a long amount of time, especially when you're trying to use stamina on like getting through the story and stuff like that. You can't use stamina to work on building up your characters as much. And then in terms of detail, she is a wisdom physical attack character. So in case you ever wondered what the difference between physical and magical attack is, in order to find that, just go to the details tab right there and you can see it. She is a wisdom physical attack type character. And you would see like this, a similar thing for like Jalal, versatility, physical attack type character. And an example of a magic character would be like Juvia here. If we go in and you can see wisdom magic attack. All right, so there are going to be some like things, game modes, Oration Sace, for example, that require to use physical attack or magic attack, right? So just keep that in mind. So she's good for the physical attack side of things. And then if we take a look at her character skills, I have all of these skills up to level 9, including her special skill because she is up to 4 stars. I was lucky enough to pull a couple of copies of her. Her leader skill is with Angel as leader. If Angel's HP drops below 40%, there will be a 7.5% chance to recover 52% of her HP. Cooldown time of 30 seconds. I mean, it's decent. I don't think it's that great. Personally, I feel like there's better leader skills because this only helps her. I like leader skills that help the whole team, you know, so I personally probably won't be running her too much as a leader. But when it comes to like what she can do, her ability, her skill 1 to create a clone of any ally on your team and give them her own stats is really, really insane and really good. So her skill 1, Angel summons Gemini to copy a deployed ally. The clone will inherit 36% of Angel's stats and will last for 15 seconds. By the way, this percentage goes up as you increase this skill. And the higher you increase her stats, the more stats your ally is going to get, of course, meaning the more damage they can take and the more damage they can dish out. So it's actually a really good skill. This skill cannot be cast if there is no ally to be cloned. The clone additionally gains reduced damage reduction or damage taken, right? So damage reduction by 30%. So that is literally her best skill. That is the main and only reason to run her because she's just so freaking good with that skill. This skill 2 is like kind of an AoE attack skill. Angel summons Callium, if I'm saying that right, I might be saying that wrong, and transforms it into a sword to attack enemies, dealing physical damage equal to 153% of physical attack plus 1017 to enemies within a small range in front while granting herself a shield. That one's okay. That's probably like her least effective skill in my opinion. And this skill I think is really actually pretty decent. However, it's limited to a straight line. And this is where she's going to summon a cannon. And that cannon is going to do a really long ranged attack that's going to do pretty good damage in a straight line. Okay, that's pretty much what it is. And then for the special Spirit Devourer, Angel summons countless minor angels in an area AoE effect. It's a decent range ahead of you, but not a very big range in terms of like how big the AoE is, but it's going to inflict reduced movement speed. And that's going to be pretty helpful. 9% of the damage dealt by the skill will be converted to her HP as well. And then casting the skill also grants her control immunity for half a second, which is just, you know, kind of the cherry on top. So overall, I think her kit is halfway decent. I've come to like it a lot more since I originally got her. When I originally got her, I was like, she doesn't seem that good. But then Gemini, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Gemini alone makes her very, very good. Having her special helps a lot too. Her passive, Angelic Body, upon entering battle, Angel will gain Angelic Body. What this is going to do is it's going to increase physical attack by 2.4%, increase her move speed by 2.4%, gives her extra dodge rate by 5%, crit hit by 2.4%, and crit damage by 8%. That dodge rate is actually really good when you combine it with Cobra, who also has dodge rate for the team as a leader skill. I think she works actually pretty well with him. So that's pretty interesting in the way that works out. As for her gear, I have it as far as I can get it right now without being up to level 50. And then for Heaven Stones, I have upon defeating an enemy, increases her armor by 2% for 5 seconds. And when HP is above 70%, she gets extra crit damage. And then energy circle wise, this is kind of where I'm at on all of those. +6, +9. I'm not anywhere near where I need to be. But as you upgrade these, right, you can end up with extra stats or raising the stats for the random stats section. So keep that in mind. The higher the stars, the better the stats you're probably going to have. Just in general when you look at these orbs and stuff like that. So keep that in mind as you guys are looking at these orbs. And, you know, overall, I'm pretty happy with where she's at. I don't think I can get past, I can't get past level 40 right now until I get to wizard level 50. And then magic gear, I have this on her right now. I don't have anything higher. This is like the highest piece of equipment I have in general. So it's what I'm rocking. And then obviously I don't have any aptitude yet for her. So I feel like she's pretty far. I feel like she's fairly advanced for where I'm at in the game right now. And I'm excited to showcase her to you guys. So with all that said, let's go ahead and hop into some PvP matches. So for PvP, I am in gold rank right now, and I am ranked number 18 in gold. That is the top 10%. That is just within my server though, so keep that in mind. We are going to take on the top guy flying right here. This is just who it recommended to me when it popped up. For winning, I get plus 48. For losing, I get minus 9. Like, I'll take a loss if I end up losing. Now it's starting to get a little more challenging. I think people are starting to get their characters built, their teams built a little bit better. So it's getting a little bit more challenging to take on the higher people, but I think we'll still be okay, just depending. Also, the bans are what is really screwing me right now, because the bans, right? They banned Jalal and Urza, and Jalal is obviously my strongest character, so banning him has made this season a lot harder for me. However, it has forced me to try new things, so that's fine. We're going to go ahead and take Jalal off. I'm actually a big fan of the ban system. Some people might not be, but after playing too many gacha games without bans, like, I think it's fantastic. I really do. You can use rare characters and SR characters in this game just fine and still win. So they can get away with a ban system in this game, whereas other games, it might be a little bit harder because SSRs are like the be-all, end-all. But this game, it's like there are rare characters, like Rare Natsu. He is really, really good. Like, the enemy team here is running him because Rare Natsu is that good, right? So just keep in mind, rare characters, SR characters have their usefulness in this game. Now, with that said, we're going to see how we can do here, see how this ends up working out. We have the dodge rate from Cobra. Remember, Angel also gets extra dodge rate, so she's getting a lot of dodge rate between those two. 8.5% just from Cobra, though, so let's go ahead and hop in. I am going to run this on auto. I'm going to go ahead and walk this way first to avoid the first ability. Watch. And we'll dodge that. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do this. All right, Brain's going to die. That's fine. Cobra killed him. Now what we really want to showcase is Angel, so we'll get Angel out here. And Angel is the one who summoned Makarov. That is not my Makarov, to be clear. I know that could confuse people if they're not used to the game. All right, we don't want to stand in that. And the bad thing about Angel is kind of like her cooldown on her skill 1 is rough, but of course it does summon a whole extra like person, right? So keep that in mind. All right, we're going to have to switch out. We could probably kill Juvia. I just don't want to waste your time. These matches are going to be really, really quick. That is one thing I actually don't mind about PvP in this game, though. The matches are so quick. It's really easy to get through them. So it doesn't take very long as opposed to like other games that might take you like half an hour to get through your 10 matches. The 10 matches in this game go so quick. Battle statistics, you can see the damage that she put out, 51k. Freaking nuts, right? And she does really, really good damage. She does some... The interesting thing, the thing I really like about Angel, and I want to point this out too, I'll probably show you, is that if you throw a healer on the team and she clones the healer, she can heal. So it's like having 2 healers on the team. And I think that's where like her real utility comes in. So I'll actually throw Wendy on this next team for PvP and we'll see if we can do that. Okay, so Wendy is a healer. We do have her on this team. I'm going to walk to the side to avoid Juvia's water lock here at the start. Right? Okay, and we avoid that. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get Angel out here. Who did she clone? She cloned Cobra. Okay, that's fine. She still obliterated Juvia right there. I'm gonna switch in Wendy here. Okay. And we should be able to get Angel back in here real quick. All right, now we'll go back with Angel. We still have 19 seconds on the cooldown, so that's the bad thing about Gemini. It's not gonna be super great for PvP. Because of the time duration, unless you get like cooldowns on her times. But in PvE, I think it's a lot better being able to see that heal and stuff like that. But there we go. That's another win. Pretty easy, not too bad. Let's see what the battle statistics say for us in that one overall. So, oh my gosh, damn. Okay, 90k from her. So she's outputting some pretty good damage there. Really good damage. The cannon is not to be underestimated. Like, the cannon is really good. So We'll do one more PvP match, and then we'll do a PvE match of some sort. I don't know if I'm going to do adventure or whatnot yet. I'm still not sure what the best way to showcase a character in PvE is. So if you guys have a preferred way, like Orashion Sace or Mard Gear or anything like that, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and take on one more PvP match here. Let's see if it'll let me clone Wendy next. I think it clones the person you first used, if I remember right. Not 100%. I'd have to double check on that. Oh, okay. Come on. All right, we'll put our Wendy out. Let the two Wendys fight. All right, now we'll put out a copied Cobra again. Okay. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason for who it copies necessarily. I feel like it's kind of random, but maybe it picks the highest damage person or something like that. I don't really know. I should probably do more research into why exactly it does it, or maybe it's just completely random. I'm not 100%. Oh, right when we were going to use our ability. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just kill her. I mean, I could sit there and watch Angel just auto forever because her skills take forever to come back up, but there's really no purpose there. So, battle statistics again. And this time Cobra did more, but technically Angel had more damage mitigation, so I mean, take that how you will. But overall, I would say she's fairly decent when it comes to tanking with the dodge and stuff like that, and does really good damage if you use her correctly. And I think she is really insanely good when you are actually able to get that healer cloned, and then it's like you have two healers. It's just really nuts. So we'll take on a PvP match. I'll try to run Wendy again and see if we can get that healer to get cloned. Okay, we are going to take on Perdition Palace here. This is for 103, and we should hopefully get to see like a clone of Wendy or something right here. If not, we'll get to see another clone of Cobra at the very least and see a decent amount of damage. Okay, here we go. So we'll let Cobra go first. I really like Cobra because he can pull everybody in right here, which is nice. All right, now we're going to go ahead and switch to Angel. She has this AoE that does the speed down and all that other good stuff. We did end up cloning Cobra, and it's really interesting because my Cobra is only 3 stars, but the clone Cobra gets to use his special like he's a 4-star Cobra, which is kind of cool. All right, Wendy just popping off, of course. She gets her healing. We'll switch back to ours. All right, we need to kill these guys. All right, they are starting to die. Let's switch back to Angel here. Pretty good AoE damage, and you can see she's just not taking much damage at all. She's really good. Switch back in Cobra. Alright, and most of the side units are dead. Just try to get her out of the way here. And we cloned Cobra again. Can we just clone Wendy? Ah, man, whatever. It's fine. Alright, Wendy, pop off for us. I'm going to try to keep Wendy in for as long as I possibly can here. Because it might just be my order that I'm switching people that's messing it up and not letting me actually get what I want out. Alright, so we'll switch her. We got, what, 10 seconds? We can wait 10 seconds unless we kill in these 10 seconds, which is very possible. I'm kind of hoping we don't, though. I could just run around, I guess. I'm going to run around for these next few seconds to get these abilities up and going. Okay, let's clone. There we go. There we go. Now we got our healer. Okay, so there's the duplicate healer. And you can see it healed our Wendy up. Our Wendy on the sidelines there, her health bar went up so much right there. And that's from the friend Wendy or Gemini being summoned. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. I guess it just goes with the mage that went before, from my understanding. If I'm understanding that right. Maybe it's completely random. I don't know. But 25k healing from Angel right there, plus the 29k healing from our Wendy. So there you go. It's like having 2 healers on the team as well as a DPS. So that is where I think Angel's true utility comes in. I think she could be really good for endgame for that particular reason right there, especially when climbing through like Perdition Palace. And right here, I wasn't trying that hard, right? I was like talking to you guys as I was going through it. I know there's definitely some Perdition Palace stages that are harder with the element shields and stuff like that. So that just shows how useful this character can be, that I could relax. I could talk to you guys while I'm doing this. I don't really have to think that much about it. Like, Angel is very good for, I think, in particular PvE. I think she's okay in PvP, but as far as PvE goes, that ability to have a second healer with damage is insanely good. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button. Peace.